There is a reason why some Leos feel powerful from the moment they walk into a room, while others grow into their power only after being tested, challenged, and pushed to their limits. And there is a reason why not every Leo recognizes themselves in the same descriptions. The truth is, Leo does not have just one face. Your birth date didn't simply determine your zodiac sign. It determined how your Leo fire was formed. Some Leos were born with a flame meant to lead openly. Some were born with a fire meant to give, protect, and uplift others. And some were born with a quieter, more intense flame, one that awakens through pressure, solitude, and inner transformation. This is why two Leos can share the same sign, yet live completely different lives, face different struggles, and carry very different kinds of strength. If you've ever wondered why you don't relate to every Leo stereotype, if you've ever felt that your power doesn't look like other people's power, if you've ever sensed that your birthday holds a deeper meaning than you were told, then this message is for you. Because today, we are revealing the three faces of Leo, and the one you carry was encoded into your birth date long before you ever understood who you were becoming. Before we go deeper, write your birth date in the comments. And as you listen, comment if what you hear feels uncomfortably accurate. Now let's uncover the truth. Part 1. The first face of Leo. The solar face power that was never asked for. The first face of Leo carries the most direct expression of solar energy. This is not learned confidence. This is an inner certainty that has existed since birth. People often describe this Leo as dominant, bold, or naturally powerful. But what they rarely understand is that this strength was not chosen. It was assigned. From an early stage in life, these Leos are placed in positions of visibility. Others notice them, rely on them, expect leadership from them, even when they never asked for it. They are not taught how to lead. They are expected to lead. Over time, this expectation shapes their psychology. They become the one who steps forward when others hesitate, the one who remains calm when others collapse, the one who carries responsibility quietly while appearing effortless on the surface. This is where the hidden cost begins. Because when strength is always assumed, support is rarely offered. The solar Leo learns early that showing uncertainty can feel dangerous, that asking for help may weaken the image others project onto them. And so they develop a powerful habit of self-reliance, not because they lack trust in others, but because life has trained them to stand alone. This is why many Leos of this face feel most grounded in solitude. Silence is not loneliness for them. It is the only environment where they are free from expectation. In solitude, they do not have to perform. They do not have to inspire. They do not have to lead. They simply exist. Here lies the deeper life lesson of this first face of Leo. Strength without balance becomes isolation. Leadership without softness becomes burden. The solar Leo must eventually learn that true authority does not come from carrying everything alone. It comes from knowing when strength can be shared. Real power is not diminished by vulnerability. It becomes sustainable through it. When this Leo integrates this lesson, something profound happens. Their presence no longer feels heavy to themselves. Their leadership becomes calmer, quieter, and more magnetic. They stop leading from pressure and begin leading from inner alignment. And that is when the solar Leo becomes what they were always meant to be. Not just a leader others admire, but a presence that steadies, protects, and empowers without exhaustion. If this face of Leo feels familiar to you, reflect on this question. Have you been strong for everyone else, but distant from yourself? Comment if this resonates with you. And now, we move toward the second face of Leo, the fire that was shaped not by responsibility, but by generosity, loyalty, and the deep instinct to give. Part 2. The second face of Leo, the giving fire. Strength that expresses itself through others. The second face of Leo carries a different expression of fire. This is not the fire that commands. This is the fire that gives. These Leos are often described as warm, generous, and deeply loyal. But what most people don't see is that their generosity is not a personality trait. It is a survival pattern shaped by meaning. From early on, this Leo learns that their value is felt most strongly when others are uplifted, when people around them feel safe, seen, encouraged. They instinctively step into the role of supporter, protector, and motivator, not because they are weak, but because they understand that power can also flow outward. This Leo gives attention freely, time freely, energy freely, and they do so with sincerity. But here is the hidden tension of this face. When giving becomes identity, boundaries quietly dissolve. The giving Leo often becomes the one others rely on emotionally, the one who listens, the one who shows up, the one who carries more than their share without complaint. Over time, this creates an internal contradiction. They feel fulfilled by helping others, yet strangely unseen themselves. Because when someone is always strong for others, people forget to ask if they are strong within themselves. This is why many Leos of this face experience emotional exhaustion without understanding why. They are surrounded by people, yet feel a quiet emptiness that generosity alone cannot fill. The deeper life lesson of the second face of Leo is this: giving without discernment leads to self-erasure. Love without limits becomes depletion. This Leo must learn that generosity is most powerful when it is intentional. That saying no does not make them selfish. It makes their yes meaningful. When the giving Leo begins to honor their own needs with the same devotion they offer others, their fire changes quality. It becomes brighter, more stable, more respected. They no longer give to be valued. They give because they are already whole. At this stage, their presence transforms. People feel uplifted around them, but they also feel clear boundaries. And this balance creates a new form of leadership, one rooted not in dominance, but in emotional intelligence and quiet authority. If this face of Leo resonates with you, reflect on this honestly. Have you been generous with others, but distant from yourself? Comment if this feels familiar to your life. And now we move to the third face of Leo, the one whose fire awakens through pressure, refines itself through struggle, and ultimately becomes a force of transformation. Part 3. The third face of Leo. The awakened flame power forged through pressure. The third face of Leo carries a fire that does not reveal itself immediately. This is not the flame that shines early. This is the flame that is forged. These Leos often experience life differently from the beginning. Their path is rarely smooth. Their confidence is not handed to them, it is built. Pressure shapes them. Challenges refine them. And moments of isolation become the furnace where their true strength is formed. This Leo does not rise because life was easy. They rise because life demanded it. They develop an intense inner drive, not to impress others, but to overcome themselves. Competition for them is not about ego. It is about self-mastery. They are deeply motivated by purpose. When they commit to something, they commit fully, not halfway, not conditionally. And when setbacks appear, they do not retreat. They adapt, they recalibrate, they return stronger. The defining trait of this face of Leo is resilience. While others may collapse under pressure, this Leo becomes clearer. They think strategically in moments of uncertainty. They act decisively when others freeze, and they carry a calm intensity that commands respect without noise. But there is a deeper transformation that must occur. The third face of Leo often spends years proving themselves to the world, to circumstances, and sometimes to people who never truly saw them. Eventually, a realization arrives. Proving becomes exhausting, and validation becomes irrelevant. This is the moment of awakening. The awakened Leo no longer seeks victory for recognition. They seek alignment. They stop competing for approval and start moving from inner clarity. Here lies the most important life lesson of this face. True power is not the ability to dominate challenges. It is the ability to remain centered within them. When this Leo integrates that truth, their fire transforms again. It becomes steady, focused, unshakable. They no longer burn to be seen, they burn to illuminate. Their presence inspires others not through force, but through example. They become leaders, not because they demand loyalty, but because their integrity invites trust. This is the Leo who understands that strength does not require noise, that authority does not require conflict, and that influence grows naturally when one is aligned with purpose. If this face of Leo resonates with you, consider this carefully. Have your struggles been shaping you, or have you already begun to understand why they were necessary? Comment if this stage of Leo reflects your current journey. And now, with all three faces revealed, it is time to step back and understand what they truly mean together. Conclusion: understanding the fire you were born with. Leo was never meant to be simple. And now you understand why. The three faces of Leo are not labels. They are stages of expression. Some Leos were born carrying responsibility from the beginning. They learned strength early and solitude even earlier. Some Leos learn to express their fire through generosity, loyalty, and emotional presence, often giving more than they received until life taught them balance. And some Leos were forged slowly through pressure, struggle, and inner transformation until their fire became calm, focused, and unshakable. None of these faces is better than the others. Each one exists for ease. Each one carries a lesson that shapes the soul. The real mistake is believing you must fit into only one. Life may move you from one face to another. Circumstances may awaken parts of you that were dormant, and growth may require you to release an old expression of strength to embody a deeper one. This is the wisdom of Leo. Power is not about dominance. Confidence is not about performance, and leadership is not about being followed. True Leo power is about alignment, knowing who you are, honoring the fire you carry, and allowing it to evolve without fear. If this message brought clarity to something you've been feeling but couldn't explain, comment and share which face of Leo resonated with you the most. And if you are ready to explore the deeper meaning of Leo energy, beyond stereotypes, beyond surface traits, and beyond noise, subscribe to this channel. This is a space for those who carry the true fire of Leo and are ready to understand it, refine it, and live in alignment with it.